Hello fiction fiends, my name's Sonia and I write, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we are talking about all things literary devices and sound, specifically the literary device onomatopoeia. And today, to help with definitions, explanations, and better understandings of what onomatopoeia is, I have our special guest, Blubber. Blubber may look like a regular walrus, but he is a literary device expert. Now, before we get into the logistics of when to use onomatopoeia and some examples of onomatopoeia, we first have to get down a basic understanding of what onomatopoeia is. So let's start off with a simple definition. Onomatopoeia, using a word in written media to convey sound. This is done through a word's imitation of a natural sound, showing the reader what they are supposed to hear on paper. So before filming this video, Blubber had so masterfully pointed out to me the importance of sound in writing. Now, unlike other popular forms of media like music, like YouTube, like movies and TV, writing can't convey sound in the same way that these other medias do. So because it's very challenging to hear the words on a page in a piece of writing, onomatopoeia gives the reader an idea of what a scene is supposed to sound like. This helps the reader become more deeply immersed in the story. So now that we know what onomatopoeia is and why it is so important in literature, text, poetry, prose, when should I be using it? When should I use onomatopoeia? Use onomatopoeia in your creative writing to show the reader that an object, person, or thing is making a sound that needs to be highlighted for dramatic effect. Onomatopoeia in writing really draws the reader's attention to a certain sound. So when it's used correctly, it can really amp up the atmosphere and the dramatics of a given story. So now that we know what the definition of onomatopoeia is and when we should be using it, what are some helpful examples? Here are 3 simple, straightforward examples of onomatopoeia that I think will help further your understanding of this literary device. Crunch went the snow as I sank my boot into its cold, icy surface. Achoo! Alex sneezed and made sure to cover his face with his arm. Buzz, buzz. The bees swarmed all around me. I couldn't swat them away fast enough. Although onomatopoeia, such a clunky word, feels like it should be more complex than this, it's that simple. Onomatopoeia is a literary device that has to do with all things sound and really helps to build the atmosphere of your story. If you have any further questions about onomatopoeia, feel free to leave a comment below. And if you have any future suggestions for literary devices that you would like an explanation for, also drop a comment so I can make some videos on them in the future. Thank you so much for sticking it out to the end of this video, Fiction Fiends, and I hope to see you and Blubber in another episode of Surviving English Lit. Ciao for now!